This year I get my son for 6 days in Alberta. Any hotel in Alberta. Doesn't matter where. I can drive 8 hours in any direction in Alberta and that's cool. But I cannot get on an airplane and bring my son back to Vancouver to spend Christmas with his father and my mother and my brothers and nieces and nephews. This is a picture of my family. We're just a normal family. We just would like to spend our Christmas together. Instead, I'm going to be spending 6 days in a hotel room with my 7-year-old son. Why would the justice system do this? There's no reason for it. It's just lawyers that are manipulating the system to keep it dragging on and keep us from my wife and I from actually getting together and doing some proper decisions for our child. After my first court-ordered psychiatric evaluation, I said to the psychologist, all I want is to bring my son to Vancouver 1 weekend a month, but my wife and her lawyer will not let me. What should I do? His advice was for me to find another woman and have another baby. Anyways, I can't do that. It's not in my nature. I love my son. I won't let him go. A lot of other fathers do find other women and have other babies and just walk away from their children. This is what the system is trying to push into the fathers. I just want to be able to have the opportunity to see my son. After I got out of jail, I went back into court in front of the first man judge, besides the 80-year-old judge who never even signed the order. But the first man judge looked at me and says, Chris, stop fighting for access to your child. It's going to kill you. Now, so psychiatrists say find another woman, have another baby. Judges say stop fighting for access to your child. They just try to keep you from seeing your children, and that's so wrong. These are professionals that are in the divorce industry, and this is the advice that they give. They know what's going on. They know that the system is designed for lawyers to take money from parents. And it's just easier to walk away and try and get a new life. But how can anyone walk away from their child? I certainly can't, and I feel sorry for the people that have had to. However, I don't put it past them. I mean, it can happen. How can anybody afford this financial ruins that they put on you by charging you $1,000 for going to court? Your Honor, my wife broke the court order. You know, what do you want me to do? They shrugged their shoulders and they ended up fining me $1,000. 3 years ago, Kevin Newman called me up because I had been sending letters to Global TV. I'm asking for their help to air my situation. They had just done a documentary called The Dads Who Fought Back. And anyways, Kevin called me up and I said, well, what do I do, Kevin? He told me to join Fathers for Justice. As you can see, I'm wearing a Fathers for Justice shirt. And try and rally the people of Canada. Well, I'm trying to rally the people of Canada, and all that happened to me after I going on TV and was to be thrown in jail for 30 days. My son was featured on the front page of the Vancouver Sun and the back page of the Calgary Herald, feeding the pigeons in Stanley Park. After I saw this on the front page of the newspaper, I called the media up and I said, would you like to do a story on a father who's been in divorce court 49 times on access to his son and spent 30 days in jail? They laughed and said, unless my name was Britney Spears, I had no chance of getting in their newspaper. So I thought, geez, maybe I can advertise in their newspaper. They do have a little spot on a newspaper which they advertise for $5,500 for 1 day. I called the media up. I said, I'd like to advertise my website, afatherstory.ca. 50 times to divorce court, 30 days in jail. Can I have the spot on the newspaper? They said no. They would not advertise it. What's wrong with our media when they'll advertise prostitutes in their magazines, but they won't advertise a father's story, fighting for the right for him to see his child and his child's right to have a father? I need you to go to my website, afatherstory.ca. I need you to go and make comments on my website. I want to hear your story. I want to hear how the justice system or the divorce process has affected you. This website is not my website, it is your website. It is designed for people to be able to say what they want to say and for others to actually get an opportunity to see it. We have to try and make this website go as national as possible. Right now, just by the stories that I have been telling, We need more input. My story is helpful, but I need your story to make this a powerful website that may, if we're lucky, change the justice system from being such an adversarial system where it pits one parent against the other parent. Somehow we've got to stop it. So please make a comment on the website. Doesn't matter what it is, just say it. Don't leave your name, leave your name, it's up to you. It's in confidentiality. Please help me get this website going so that other fathers don't have to go through this legal nightmare that I am going through. And also, it's an opportunity to see if they're actually going to throw me back in jail for 30 days with the crack addicts.